Winter arrives, the roads freeze, and the motorcycle goes away. And suddenly you're driving your car like it's a refrigerator with wheels. And as a result, your reaction's slow, your eyes wander, and your timing becomes about as precise as a drunk raccoon. But there's hope. You can sharpen every riding skill without throwing a leg over anything with handlebars. Lean angle equals risk. It's one of our core principles. Even people who think motorcycles are powered by witchcraft know that the exciting bits happen when the bike is tipped over like an America's Cup sailboat. More lean means less grip, and less grip means fewer options to deal with the unexpected and more opportunities to accidentally visit a shrub. But your car works the same way, even though it leans the wrong way in corners. And on cold pavement, the grip is about as committed as a teenager asked to clean their room, which makes this the perfect place to practice. So use your car as a motorcycle training tool. Wheel straight means upright bike, maximum grip, and this is where you do your initial braking. A smooth squeeze or a smooth press on the brake pedal, you have a stable chassis, life is good. But as you begin turning the wheel, as you add steering, imagine that the bike is leaning. Feel that mental lean angle increase. And as lean angle goes up, ease off the brake just like you would on your bike. You are trail braking. Now, your slowest speed should happen when the wheel is turned the most because that's your maximum imaginary lean. Then unwind the wheel and add throttle as it straightens. Lean angle reduces, grip returns. It's the same timing, the same rhythm, the same technique you use on the bike. Only now you're practicing it in a warm car with heated seats and a hot cup of coffee in the cup holder. Now, there's one truth about cornering that riders love to ignore. Your number one priority is not how you enter the corner, it's how you exit. I mean, the number one cause of motorcycle crashes is running wide in corners. So statistically, we enter more corners than we exit. Now, winter driving is perfect for fixing this. Speed equals radius, right? A slow speed, you can do a tight arc, and more speed gives you a wider arc. And it's more than just motorcycle cornering, it's this big rolling physics demonstration. All right, so here's the drill. We want to continue with what we were just talking about, right? We're gonna brake with the steering wheel straight and ease off the brake as we add steering or imaginary lean angle. Reach your slowest point at maximum steering. But now we add the part where riders struggle, the patience. Focus your mental energy on waiting until you can see your exit. Don't rush, don't chase speed, be patient. Hold the radius, hold the steering, hold the lean angle, maintenance throttle, right? Maintain that radius. And then when you can finally see the road open up and you can take away lean angle, begin straightening the wheel and smoothly adding throttle. This teaches your brain the timing. Car or motorcycle, wait until you can see your exit and take away lean angle, or in this case, taking away steering input. Don't accelerate until both of these conditions exist. Not when your excitement rises, not when you think it's probably gonna work out. We don't make decisions based on rote or on sequences. We wait until the correct conditions exist. Cars make this brutally honest in a very forgiving way. If you add throttle while the wheel is still turned, the car radius simply widens or the tires will start making a little bit of noise to tell you that you're wrong. I mean, no drama, no high side, just a gentle reminder that corner exits must be earned. And if you do this, when spring arrives and you get back on the bike, your brain will already be trained to prioritize the exit. I mean, your eyes will see it sooner, you'll wait for it longer, and you'll accelerate cleaner. And because you practice this in a machine built for errands, but secretly brilliant for cornering strategy, you'll be ahead of the pack. Now, the real secret to everything we just talked about is fast eyes. Your hands follow your eyes. Your timing follows your eyes. Your entire sense of grip and radius and risk all follow your eyes. If your eyes are slow, everything else is slow. So don't just stare out the windshield like a tourist on a bus. Look out and get the big picture. And then bring your eyes back to pick up the details that you actually need, like the curb or the patch of snow, the car that's drifting into your lane because somebody texted them a photo of a sandwich. Then send your eyes back out again. Wide view, close view, wide view. It's a rhythm, and winter driving gives you endless chances to practice it. And the best part is you don't even need a car to train your eyes. You can do this at home with a tennis ball. Channel your inner Steve McQueen. Picture him in that famous scene bouncing the ball against a prison wall to stay sharp. Winter is basically the same thing, only with more snacks and less concrete. Toss the ball at the wall. If you stare at the wall, you miss. Or if you stare at your hands, you're gonna miss. The trick is to see the whole picture and the details at the same time. Out, back, fast eyes. Just like on the bike. And if you want to take it to the next level, you can write numbers on the ball and try to read them before you catch it, just like what the King of Cool would do. The real secret to McQueen riding that stolen motorcycle so well was not movie magic. It was this exact drill. Years of bouncing a ball until his eyes could track danger, beauty, and a faint chance of escape all at the same time. Practice this just a few minutes a day. Soon your eyes will be faster than your reflexes. And when spring finally arrives, you'll feel like you upgraded your brain without telling your insurance company. Of course, none of this matters if your motorcycle spends the entire winter quietly decomposing in the garage like a Christmas fruitcake. So don't forget the bike itself. Winter is the best time to schedule service because motorcycle shops are quiet and technicians are relaxed. They have time. They may even smile at you, which is something they absolutely don't do in May. Shops often run discounted labor rates in winter because they would rather wrench on your bike than reorganize the oil filter shelf for the 15th time. And this is the part that everyone forgets. Tire prices tend to go up in January, which means the smartest possible move is to buy your tires before the calendar tips over and the universe decides that you should pay more for rubber that looks exactly the same as it did last month. Don't wait for the first warm weekend to sort this out. This is when every rider emerges from hibernation, blinks at the sunlight, and realizes that they need tires, brake pads, fork seals, an oil change, and a valve adjustment. And then they wonder why their dead battery isn't starting the engine. So shops get overwhelmed, the phone lines literally melt, and your appointment gets scheduled for sometime in August. So instead, think ahead. Book a service now, get fresh tires now, and then spend the rest of winter knowing that when spring finally hits, your motorcycle is gonna be ready with fresh grippy tires long before the rest of the population remembers which grip to twist to make the bike go faster. So look, we've worked on our firmware, we've trained our eyes, we've sharpened our corner strategy. But the motorcycle is not the only hardware that matters. There's our hardware, which is inconvenient because rider hardware doesn't come with the service manual, only opinions from strangers on the internet. But the truth is simple. One of the easiest ways to make riding more enjoyable is to invest in your own physical health. I mean, drop a little bit of weight, build a little bit of strength, put some stretch into muscles that maybe haven't participated in a fingers to toes reunion since the Clinton administration. Everything on the bike feels easier when the rider's not held together by caffeine and stubbornness. And I'm gonna be honest here, I need this as much as anyone. I try not to get too personal here. You don't need to hear about my problems. But this year has been one of the hardest and most challenging in my life. And I once spent a year trying not to get lead poisoning in the Army. But my fitness and my waistline has paid the price. So yes, I'm going to be working on this part right along with you. Push-ups help, and I aspire to do that pull-up that I've always dreamed of. Stretching helps even more, and then stretch again, because apparently one round of stretching does absolutely nothing except remind you of how old you are. Build a little bit of fitness. Don't eat so many Christmas cookies. I mean, you don't need to become a triathlete. You just need a body that doesn't file a formal complaint every time you swing a leg over the bike. Small improvements here pay off in every corner. The bike feels lighter, the controls feel easier, the fatigue goes down, the fun goes up, and when spring finally arrives, you won't just be ready to ride, you'll be ready to enjoy every mile in a way winter you would be very proud of. So that's your winter plan. Drive your car like it's your motorcycle. Train your eyes like you're preparing for an escape scene in a 70s action movie. Get your bike serviced before the rest of the world remembers that they own motorcycles. And stretch until your toes finally reunite with your fingers like long-lost relatives. Do this, and spring you will walk into the garage, look at your motorcycle, and think, who is this improved specimen of a rider? Meanwhile, your friends will still be trying to book the appointment the night before the first warm weekend. You'll already be gone, heading for the twisties, wondering why everyone else looks so rusty. Winter doesn't have to win. Use it, sharpen up. And when the snow melts, you'll be riding better than you did last fall. Now go find a tennis ball before Steve McQueen shows up and starts judging your form. I want to thank all of our channel members for helping keep this channel alive and healthy. And I want to thank you for watching. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, so thank you so much. Ride on and ride well.